Hello students, welcome to the second PUC economics class. In previous classes, we discussed about microeconomics, introduction to microeconomics, and already given notes about the first chapter. Okay, so as you know that micro and macroeconomics both are branches of economics. So Professor Ragnar Frisch has divided into two branches of economics. One is microeconomics and another one is macroeconomics. So microeconomics studies the small parts of an economy. Microeconomics studies the small parts of an economy. So it is always deals with the individual behavior of an economy, like a producer, a consumer, particular commodity, like this. So it is also called as a slicing method, and it gives the partial picture of an economy. So anyhow, how much we are given importance to microeconomics, the same importance should give to the macroeconomics also. So macroeconomics is nothing but macro means large. Macro means large. So here completely we can study economy as a whole. Economy as a whole. So anyhow, so macroeconomics is the second part of the economics. Otherwise we can say like that, branch of economics. So in this branch, like in this part, we are going to study about 6 chapters. The first chapter is Introduction to Macroeconomics. Introduction to Macroeconomics. Okay, so macro has been derived from the Greek word macros. Even microeconomics also we discussed. So micro also derived from Greek word, that was micros. So here the macro, this word derived from the Greek word macros, which means large. Which means large. So it is the branch of economics. Which one? Macroeconomics is the branch of economics. It deals with the economy as a whole. It can study entire economy. It can give the complete picture, not a partial picture. It can give the complete picture of an economy. Okay, microeconomics can give the partial picture of an economy. Partial picture of an economy, but macroeconomics gives the clear picture, otherwise entire picture. So it studies economy as a whole. So macroeconomics tries to address situations facing the economy as a whole. So it's very important. Macroeconomics tries to address situation facing the economy as a whole. That means how the economy is performing, and also which type of problems facing by the economy, like population, poverty, like national income, like this. So which type of problems it is facing, it can explain by the macroeconomics. So macroeconomics is very important branch of an economics. So it is also one of the most important part. So here the macro, this word derived from the Greek word, this means large. So it is also one of the important branch of economics. It deals with the economy as a whole. Microeconomic studies small parts of an economy. Macroeconomic studies large parts of an economy. Microeconomics is a slicing method. Macroeconomics is a lumping method. Why it is called lumping? So it is always studies like lumps. So microeconomics gives the partial picture of an economy. Macroeconomics gives the complete picture of an economy. So it is called as general equilibrium. General equilibrium. Microeconomics, partial equilibrium. So microeconomics we can call like microscopic view. Macroeconomics called as bird's eye view. So micro means small, macro means large. Here when microeconomics not possible to explain entire economy, about entire economy, so macroeconomics gives the clear picture. Microeconomics study a single tree in a forest, but macroeconomics studies the entire forest, whole forest. Okay, so macroeconomics tries to address situations facing the economy as a whole. So macroeconomics deals with the functioning of the economic system as a whole. how it is performing, how it is working, what are the remedies taken by the economy, so how it is fixing the price, how it can increase the supply, how it is decrease the demand, like how it is producing goods and services, how they are fixing the price, like this everything macroeconomics can study. So that's why it is popular with the name of income theory. Macroeconomics, it is popular with the name of income theory. It is also called as income theory, like aggregate income. So here aggregate income has a direct relationship with output and employment. So why we are calling like income theory means because aggregate. So here economy, macroeconomics studies the entire economy, that is it studies the economy as a whole. That means here very important word is aggregate. Macroeconomic studies aggregate of all concepts. Aggregate of all concepts. Aggregate means total. So when the microeconomics studies the small parts of an economy, so but macroeconomics studies the economy as a whole. Economy as a whole. Here macroeconomics studies the complete information about all the concepts. So that's why it is called as aggregate. Aggregate means total. Aggregate means total. Here the macroeconomics studies the all the concepts like aggregate. Aggregate means total. So here it is called as income theory. Why it is called as income theory? Here aggregate income. Aggregate income means total income. Total income has a direct relationship with output and employment. Income means what we are receiving. What we are receiving because of providing service or doing work. So for this sake we are getting income. So how we can earn the income, how we are spending the income, so that is only we can understand through the study of macroeconomics. Here the aggregate income means entire income, like entire income of the country. So aggregate income has a direct relationship with output means product, and employment means job opportunities, okay, working environment. So here aggregate means total income has a direct relationship with output and employment. Why? Because an increase in output causes an increase in income and employment. When the product or output increases, causes an increase in income and employment. So when the people are producing goods and services, producing means definitely it will be increase the output product, and also it can increase the employment level. Why? Because to produce goods and services we need 4 important factors of production. We need 4 factors. What are they? Land, labor, capital, organization. When a producer producing goods and services, for this time they need compulsory very important 4 factors. So what are they? Land, labor, capital, organization. Definitely producer needs land. So those who are having land, so they will get rent. Those who are having land, they will get rent. As like as labor, those who are working, those who are providing this service, for them they will get wages. For land they will get rent, for labor they will get wages, and those who are ready to invest to produce goods and services, so that is called as capital. Those who are investing capital, they will get interest. And last production of factor is organization. Those who are maintaining, so those who are directing, those who are managing, so we can call like companies, so they will get profit. So land, labor, capital, organization. Land, labor, capital, organization are the factors of the production. Very important factors of the production. Without using these factors we cannot produce goods and services. And those who are having land will get the rent. So these are all called as remuneration. Land, labor, capital, interest, capital, and organization. Land, labor, capital, organization. These are all called four factors of production. And for land, we can get rent. For labor, we can get wages. And for the capital, we can get interest. And for the organization, we can get profit. So these are all remuneration for the factors of production. Remuneration for the factors of production. So here, so when the output level is increased, when the product level is increased, even the people will get more and more income. Why? Because they will get employment opportunities. Without using the labor, we cannot produce goods and services. When the people are providing their service, that time they will get employment, they will get job opportunities. When they are getting job opportunities, definitely they will get income, they will get wage for their work, for their labor services, they will get income. So when the output increases, when the product increases, even employment also increases. When the employment increases, they will get income. Like this, when the output increases, income and employment also increases. Are you understanding? So when the output level is increased, output means product. When the product level is increased, that time income also increase, income of the people also increase. Why? Because they will get job opportunities. Because to produce goods and services, they need producers need labor. So when the people will get the employment opportunities, definitely it will be increase the income level. Why? Because when they are working, that time they will get income. We can say like wages. Wages is nothing but income. So when the output level is increased, income level also increase. When employment level also increase. Okay. And in another way we can say like that, there is an important relationship between income and general price level. Income and general price level. So when the income increase, when price level also increase. Why? The demand will be increased. Demand will be increased. So when the income of the people increase, demand for the goods and services also increase. So here the macroeconomics explains the general price level, but microeconomics explains the individual price, like individual behavior. It always microeconomics deals with the individual behavior of an economy. Okay, so macroeconomics aims at explains the general price level, general equilibrium, aggregate demand, aggregate supply, aggregate investment, aggregate interest, aggregate saving, okay, national income, like this. But microeconomics explains the individual income, individual behavior of an economy, like a producer, a consumer, a firm, like a commodity, like this only microeconomics can explain. So microeconomics deals with the problems of price determination, how to fix the price and how to allocate the resources. Allocate means distribute, and how to utilize the less resources to produce goods and services. Microeconomics deals with the problems of price determination. Price determination means how much we should fix the price for the produced goods and services. And it always thinks about how to allocate the resources, because resources are less. So in this situation, how to allocate, how to distribute in proper way, how to utilize that resources to produce goods and services. But macroeconomics aims at determining the levels of national income, not individual income, not an individual income, it is national income. It always thinks about total employment, national income, general price level, aggregate demand, aggregate means total, aggregate supply, general wage level, aggregate savings, aggregate investment, and rate of interest. About this only the macroeconomics explains. So macroeconomics always aims at determining the levels of national income, total employment, general price level, aggregate demand, aggregate supply, general wage level, general price level, employment, aggregate savings, like this. But microeconomics always thinks about price determination, like an individual price determination, and how to allocate the resources for the particular use. So macroeconomics, it is also called as income theory, because aggregate income has a direct relationship with output and employment. The aggregate income has a direct relationship with output and employment. Why? Because when the income increase, that is when the employment opportunities increase. When the employment opportunity will increase? When the producers producing goods and services. Because to produce goods and services, they need land, labor, capital, organization. So when they need labor, that time the people will get employment opportunities. So when they are getting employment opportunities, that time they will earn income. That is, they can get wages as a remuneration for using their labor services. They will get wages. Wages is nothing but income. So when the income increase because of output and employment increasing, when the output increase because of when the output increases, it will be increases income and employment. Why? Because when the output increase, like products, when the production is increased, it will increase the employment opportunities. So when the employment opportunities are increased, that time the people will get income. So that's why when the output increases, it will be increases the income and employment. So few economists call it as employment theory. The macroeconomics called as income theory, also called as employment theory. Finally, Keynes. It is pronounced as Keynes, like Keynes. Okay, Keynes, the founder of macroeconomics, calls it as general theory of employment, interest and money. Very important. So Keynes, it is also pronounced like Keynes or Keynes, the founder of macroeconomics. So he is also considered as which one? The macroeconomics is considered as general theory of employment, interest and money. General theory of employment, interest and money. Very important. So it is the famous book written by the Keynes at the time of 1936. He has published at the time of 1936. Very important. So Keynes called as a neoclassical economist. Otherwise we can say Keynes is a revolutionary economist, not a neoclassical, revolutionary economist. Okay, so Keynes is very important. He is a very important economist because he only developed the macroeconomics. Okay, now we should see the meaning of macroeconomics. Meaning is, see, the macroeconomics refers to the study of aggregates. Macroeconomics refers to the study of aggregates. Microeconomics studies the individual behavior. But here it is a study of aggregates. Aggregate means total. Covering the entire economy. Why? Microeconomics covers the partial, small parts of an economy. Microeconomics covers only partial picture, few concepts, but macroeconomics study the aggregates covering the entire economy. It studies the aggregates. Aggregates means total, covering the entire economy. What are they? Such as general price level, how much price has fixed, whether increased or decreased. Okay, general price level and wage level, how much people are earning. So whether they are getting equivalent income, what they are doing work. And aggregate demand, how much demand created by the people for the goods and services, and how much supply is there, availability is there, and also how the country is developing. That is depends upon national income, whether national income is increase or decrease. So, and output means products, the quantity of commodity, how much like increasing or decreasing, and also interest rates, cost structure means the expenses incurred on a production of a product. Production of a product. Okay, that is cost. So theory of money. What is the money value, whether increasing or decreasing, whether deflation is there or inflation is there. To check, we need macroeconomics. So macroeconomics is very important concept. So it is developed by the Keynes. We can say like John Maynard Keynes. He has introduced his famous book, published his famous book, The General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money, at the time of 1936. So macroeconomics is nothing but study of aggregates. Aggregate means total. Microeconomics studies the small parts of an economy, individual parts of an economy, individual behavior of an economy. But macroeconomics studies the large parts of an economy. Microeconomics gives the partial picture of an economy. Macroeconomics gives the large, like general, like clear information, because macroeconomic studies economy as a whole. Economy as a whole, it can covers the entire economy, so this is the introduction about macroeconomics. So in economics we can see two parts or two branches. One is microeconomics, another one is macroeconomics. Already we discussed about first chapter of microeconomics, that is introduction to microeconomics, already given the notes also. Okay, this is the second part of the economics, that is second part is macroeconomics. So this is the first chapter, introduction to macroeconomics. So macroeconomics, it is also very important. So macro means large. This word is has derived from the Greek word macros. So macros means large. So it always studies economy as a whole. Microeconomic studies the single tree in a forest. Macroeconomic studies the entire forest. Okay, thank you.